Hi, I'm Chloe Cherry, and I'm going to show you my everyday skincare routine and makeup look. I love to use the Glossier Milky Jelly Cleanser. I pat my face dry because when you rub your face dry, it pulls on your skin and it can cause wrinkles. Today I am using Ultra Gentle Daily Peel. So I take the first pad, I just rub it all over my face. I like chemical exfoliants better than physical exfoliants because they just don't tug on your skin. After I go in with the peel pad, I go in with the second pad, which is their anti-aging neutralizer. And I just wipe it all over my face. I then go in with this spray. And then I like to turn on a humidifier for skin. This guy right here by Canopy. I got it at Sephora, it's the portable version. Feels amazing. And then I'll just leave the humidifier on and I'll have the bathroom door closed. So I'm just making the room humid and moist and more moist. I like to start adding some serums. I really like this. It's the Augustinus Bader and Dua Lipa collab. And I just use a little bit, like a couple pumps. And I just like to kind of put like a thin amount because I'm gonna layer a lot more serums. I also do use extremely heavy retinols that are prescription strength, but only once a week. Most nights I'm moisturizing my skin a lot. This is the Rhode Peptide Glazing Fluid. I was at Coachella and I did get to see him perform live for the first time in my life. I've been a fan of his since when he first debuted, like Baby, Baby, Baby. Like I love that. I remember I was in middle school when that song came out and I absolutely loved him. And I remember in 2009, I asked my mom to get me a Justin Bieber action figure for Christmas and she did. And I still have it to this day in the box because I am a Belieber. Medicube. I got this because it has PDRN in it, which is good for anti-aging and wrinkles. I find most of my products from, yes, I will go on TikTok and look for recommendations, or I will just scroll the Sephora site all the time and just look for like what's new and then just like try it out. This is my favorite eye cream ever. It's the Suyeda. It is wrinkle smoothing eye cream and I really love this eye cream because it has retinol in it. So I just take kind of a good amount of it and I just put it under my eyes. Not only does retinol under your eyes correct wrinkles, it can also help with darkness under your eyes. So I do this every night. I decided to get Botox and filler because I did not like how my face looked. And then it's just kind of led to me just having to keep doing it and keep upkeeping with it. But I have literally put it in my forehead so many times that I'm not even kidding. I think that the muscle has atrophied because that's how much I can raise my eyebrows. I'll never have forehead wrinkles. Oh my gosh, I did it. And obviously I get lip filler. I have gotten so much lip filler in my lifetime that I no longer even need to use the numbing cream because I am so used to how it feels to get lip filler. It's my thing. Then I go in with my eyelash serum, which is by Swede Beauty. I started using it like a year ago and it really did make them grow so much. There was actually this point when we were on set for Euphoria where my eyelashes grew like longer than the fake lash that they had been using, that my makeup artist had to trim my eyelashes because they were too long, that it just like wouldn't match with the continuity. That's like how quickly and long they grew. Another thing that I will do is like, because I have like thin hair, so it can get greasy very easily. Something you can use as dry shampoo is actually just baby powder. And then I'll just put it in my hair. I do it really fast like that and it really gets in there. And see, it doesn't look greasy and it like looks bright if you're blonde. It's an old drag queen trick. Once I have my serum soaking in a bit, I like to put on a good, nice, heavy moisturizer. I love using the Augustinus Bader. It's the face cream mask. Something that I really recommend is washing your hands between each step, and then you can put the next product on. So now I can go in and get some moisturizer for my face. Another thing that is good is to be like gentle with your skin and try to not like irritate it and like tug on it too much. And I also love brow serum by Babe Brow. This is just for eyebrow hair growth. It makes them darker and thicker, and it works. I like to use these eye drops by Upneek. A tip for putting eye drops in your eyes is to lean your head all the way back and then aim for the exact inner corner of your eye and drop them there, and then start blinking. And I am obsessed with sunscreen. I reapply it every single 2 hours every day. I always try to not use retinol if I know I'm going to be shooting something outside the next day, because I won't be able to have that heavy of sunscreen on me because I have so much makeup. But we figured it out. We make it work. And then once I finish with all of my skincare products, I'll hold up the steamer and try to let it really soak into my face for about 20 or 30 minutes, and then I start my makeup. First things first, I'm gonna clip my hair back again. I am nothing like Faye, because Faye likes to put on like a lot of makeup to like impress her boyfriend, versus I could give less of a shit what my boyfriend thinks. If I had a boyfriend that thought anything negative of my makeup routine, he would no longer be my boyfriend. I go on with this mascara, Dr. Laura Devgan. I remember way back in 2020 when we did the original makeup test for season 2, they did a really creative look on my face where they put these like gold bars in my eyebrows. I went up to Sam and they were like, okay, Sam, what do you think of this makeup? And he says, can you just take it all off? And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I'm on Euphoria. Why would you just take all the makeup off? And then a makeup artist comes up to me and just wipes all the makeup off my face. And then Sam looks into the camera and he's like, I like it like that. And I was like, okay, what a surprise. Like, I'm on the makeup show and they don't want me to have makeup on. The first season's makeup looks, I attribute that all to the talents of Donnie Davies. She's a very creative, very talented makeup artist. She is a makeup genius, as well as Alex French and everybody that works with Donnie Davies. Clé de Peau concealer. The way that I discovered this concealer was my makeup artist, Alex French, on season 2. I wash my hands. I never use a beauty blender or any kind of sponge. I always prefer my own hands because that's the cleanest. I remember when I was a teenager, I was very inspired by Lily Rose Depp's makeup. And I remember I would try to like recreate her exact makeup because she would wear kind of like a bronzy sort of eyeshadow. Yeah, I did my makeup like that for years. This is also Babe Brow. It's like a volumizing brow filler. I like to just take it and just brush my eyebrows up, and then I'll kind of slightly push them down to make them a little bit straight. Funny story about the 360 music video is that I was also shooting a movie and we didn't stop shooting until midnight, and then I had to be at the 360 set at like 8 a.m. So I remember I like got home at midnight in Joshua Tree, went to sleep. and then woke up at like 4 in the morning to drive the whole way back to LA to make it to that set. And it was completely worth it. I'm obsessed with Charlie and I'm so happy to see her succeed. It was an amazing thing to be a part of. Someone called me and they're like, oh, they're just trying to get like a bunch of like it girls in. And I was like, who else is it gonna be? And then when I saw like Emma Chamberlain and like Alex Consani were there, I was like, hello? I love Alex Consani so much. And she has body tea. I'm really jealous, actually. Right now I'm using the Road, and I just go in all around my lips, and I just kind of feel where the edge of the lip is and just fill it in all around. And then I like to especially like fill in at the bottom for like the shadowing, and then in the middle of the bottom of the lip. I also like to do a slight contour to my face. This is the Milk Makeup bronzing stick. Okay, I know it looks crazy right now, but I'm gonna blend it in with my fingers. Wash my hands. Your hands are warm, so it melts the product into your skin. I feel like it gives my face like a nice kind of warmth to it because I'm so pale. I like to go in with this Dior palette and cool my face right back down. I love this blue color that they have. I like to just take it with my finger. People always tell me to not do this, but I do it anyway. I like to take the white color and put it up to my eyebrow. People always say like, oh, you're not supposed to have eyeshadow go the whole way up to your eyebrow. I say, who cares? Call the police, okay? Okay, time to take out the clips. And then I'm gonna take a little Aquaphor, just like a tiny bit so that they don't dry. Then my last step, I love the Dior lip oil. And I have a little beauty secret for you all. If you wanna glow, like you really wanna glow and you want everyone to know it, pearl powder. It's literally pearls, like actual pearls, like crushed up into a powder. And I swear that it just like makes you just glow and just like look healthy and alive. 3 capsules. And that's the only drug I do in real life. Okay, so this is the look of the day. I'm ready to go, so bye Vogue. Love you.